Hello and welcome to another Carstar video. Today we'll be removing the inner door trim and window regulator from a Skoda Fabia. The door we're going to be working on is the rear door, but the idea would be same with the fronts, so it can be applicable. There will be torque screws all over the door trim generally, but this one I believe had 3. First we'll remove the bottom torque screw. I believe this was T15. Next, we're going to remove the cover of the door pull handle. I'd be gentle when you're removing this cover. You do not want to damage the door trim. And underneath this trim piece there would be 2 torque screws, which I believe were T30 torques. They were fairly large. These are the torque screws. There's 2 of them. Remove them, the torque screws. Next we're going to remove the window switch with a very small clip remover. Gently pull that one out and then press onto the clip to detach the switch from the plug. And this is the bit of the interesting part where I'd recommend using plastic tools to not damage the paint on the door or scratch the door, so you can have enough space where you can get your fingers in between the door shell and the door trim, because what's holding the door trim onto the door shell is clips on the inside, which I will show you shortly. And then pull those 2 apart. Now with the door trim, you do not want to remove this completely to change the window regulator, because then you have to detach the inner door handle as well. And one thing to watch out for is, if you're going to so how this comes out is you pull it out towards the door trim and slide it upwards to remove the door trim. You want to make sure the white clips are on the door trim and not the door shell. So these white clips, they slide in onto the door trim, and you want to take them off the door shell and put onto the door trim so it becomes a push on, because when you see I'm going to be sliding in these clips, they slide in different ways and it's just not possible putting the door trim back on when the clips on the door shell side. It won't hold properly, or it won't stay on properly. So any extra clips that stay on the shell, take them off the shell and put them onto the door trim. So this one slides this way, the next one would slide another way, so that's why you do not want to have a sliding effect when you're putting the door trim back onto the shell. You want to have just a complete simple push on. And working on this vehicle, the window regulator is actually pretty easy. It's not like other cars, because if you could not take this motor off, you would not be able to pull the window down at all. So first we're going to remove the window motor, and then we by hand align the window. There's a little sort of plastic piece that connects the window to the window regulator. So first remove the window motor like so. Just wriggle this one out, do not force it. Next, push the window down, and then there is a black hole on the shell, which you will see. You'll need to align the piece over there that separates the window from the window regulator. So once you align it properly, this is the piece, and you just push those out, which I will show you doing this right now. Just pushing it in. First the smaller piece, you'll push the smaller piece first, because they slot into each other, and then the bigger piece, because what the smaller piece does is it expands the bigger piece to lock in the window regulator with the motor. And I'll also show you this off the vehicle so you can see what I mean. So this is the circle piece. You first push in the smaller one, and that will decompress the the bigger piece, so it'll compress the bigger piece to be able to push that one out as well. And then once this is out, the window will be detached from the window regulator, and then we move on to the window regulator. Now this one, there's 4 screws that hold the window regulator plate to the shell. You can remove the plate first, or you can remove the shell first. It does not matter, but you will need to detach the plate from the window regulator. So this first 4 is just for the plate. The top, the one at the top and the one at the bottom is for the window regulator. Personally, I thought they come out together when I was doing this, but then I realized you can't pull out the window regulator with the plate attached to it. You need to detach the two and then take it out. When you're putting it back in, you follow the same sequence of removing these parts. So first the regulator would go in, and then clutch the window regulator plate, and then connecting the window and so forth. So over here, as you can see, realized I probably should detach the plate from the window regulator, and that's what we'll do. I won't cut this part of the video at all, so you can just see all 3 of them. Just be gentle, push the side clips of the motor in, the 3 holders of the motor, and then you'll detach the window regulator from the regulator plate. So that's 1. This is 2, and that's 3. And after this, the window regulator will come out. And basically just follow the steps of this video going backwards, and that's how you refit as well. That's basically the order of things. And you can see the window regulator is out now as well. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to support me, like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you in our upcoming videos.